Welcome to Sing with Power Part 3. Now this video is the final lesson in this 3-part series. So if you're new to the channel, or if you just haven't seen the other 2, I'm gonna leave some links below in the description for you. That way you can go back and check them out. Because this lesson builds off of the groundwork that was already established in those first 2 lessons. But just to get the ball rolling, to give you a nice overview of how these pieces fit together, let's talk quickly about what we've learned so far. In the very first lesson, we learned that vocal power truly is quite a natural thing. It's what naturally happens when the body is open and the breath is free and responsive. We learned that the key to the kingdom here, though, truly does lie in getting a sense of that hollow sensation that exists from the top of the throat all the way down to the belly button. Feeling those vibrations happening deep inside of the body. I like to call that the tunnel of awesomeness, because it really is awesome when you can feel those vibrations occurring deep, deep, deep inside of your body, maximize them, build them up, and then allow them to easily ride that air out. That is the quintessence of vocal freedom. In the second video, we reduced pressure and strain that builds around the vocal cords by going a little bit lighter on the sound and feeling that the cords work very similarly to rubber bands. So stretching forward for lower notes and backwards for higher notes. We easily loosened up those muscles on the inside of the larynx. Now this allows for your larynx to stay in a nice, neutral, relaxed place. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna hold both of them at the same exact time while slowly and steadily increasing our airflow, which is gonna turn up that volume a little bit. So the key word here is responsibility. Now, not the brush your teeth, make your bed, pay your bills type of responsibility, but, and again, feeling the space within the body and allowing the breath to have the primary ability to respond to the sound. So with all that being said, are you ready to get started? So I'm gonna guide us first into a layered experience. We're gonna do a couple of different things at the same time, but we're gonna start with the tunnel of awesomeness. So go ahead and sit nice and tall. Good, keep that energy of up going while you imagine that gravity is affecting, you don't have to imagine it, you just have to feel it. Gravity is affecting your muscles. Imagine that your body is like a sweater hanging on a hanger. Very good. Just releasing and giving way to the influence of gravity. Very good. Now open your throat for me like a nice yawn. Now connect that open space all the way down the body to the belly button. Take a few breaths. Get the sense of that feeling. Good, very good. Now when you're ready, here's phase 2. I want you to release a nice sigh, but I want you to keep that tunnel feeling active in your imagination, okay? So we're gonna release a nice light sigh from the center of the body, like this. Ah. Good, go ahead and try that with me. Ah. Good, feel it happening deep on the inside of your body. Good, one more time. Ah. Good. Now we're gonna go soft on our sigh. And then we're gonna gradually, ever so gradually now, grow a little bit louder, like the next tiny little notch louder. Let's give it a try. Here we go. Ah. Good, again. Ah. Good. Now, did you notice that when I said gradually grow louder, that you might have used a little bit more from that diaphragm? It lifted a little bit more. Huh? Let's go ahead and feel that. Here we go. Ah, good. It lifts a little bit more, but it is important to keep it light and keep that play, very subtle and very gradual. So now I'm going to learn ya some musical terms. And they're the dynamic terms for volume, but they're very important because I'm going to use them today. So we're going to start in piano, which means soft. So if we were to demonstrate a piano dynamic, it would be slightly under the voice. Soft, right? And then we're going to move into mezzo piano, which means medium soft, which is a little bit louder than piano. So if we start piano and then we grow into mezzo piano, what would that sound like? Let's give it a go. So subtle, so subtle. Try it again. Good. Very good. Now, why take the time to feel the difference between piano and mezzo piano? Because when we're playing with dynamics, it's so common that we don't necessarily feel the subtlety of the interplay between the softer dynamics. We just go soft, loud. And then there's a lot of pressure that builds in the throat as a result. So it's a lot like learning to drive, isn't it? We don't always have the finesse with that gas pedal right away. So we tend to crank it up and then slam on the brake. And then the result is a very jolty experience. So what we're doing here, piano, mezzo piano, soft, medium soft. We're feeling that gas pedal gradually accelerate that volume, but we're allowing it to freely move through our body without any interruption, which is why we're keeping it nice and light. So here we go. Let's try that a couple more times. Piano to mezzo piano. Here we go. Right? Just experiment with that. Feel the subtle differences. So now let's go to the next dynamic level, which is mezzo forte, medium loud. Now, although that was very grand, what I just did, mezzo forte and mezzo piano are very conversational dynamics. So if I'm like, hey, how's it going? That's kind of mezzo forte. It's like, more medium loud, right? So let's see if we can go from piano, mezzo forte. Take your time with this. We're going to slow it down just so we can feel the differences between them. Sigh. Again. Right. Take your time. Keep it nice and light. This will ensure that the muscles of the neck don't have to grab it up. Sometimes that feels like a bear trap, right? Like if I go, Ooh, that was very jolting, wasn't it? The muscles of my neck sort of grabbed it up in an effort to make it really loud, to push from the neck. So we're building that sensitivity on that gas pedal between piano, mezzo piano, and mezzo forte. So let's try this one more time. Again, we've got that tunnel going on. We can feel the body is open. The breath feels light and responsive, doesn't it? And we're really feeling that when that diaphragm lifts, we get a little bit more airflow, which gives us a little bit more volume. Gas pedal. Okay? So let's try it one more time. Good. Now let's see if we can go piano. Yeah, piano, mezzo forte, mezzo piano, piano. Eek! So what I've just described to you is a gradual crescendo, which means to grow louder, and then a decrescendo to grow softer. Now we're not really singing just yet. We're just using sighs. So it's all right. We don't have to protect or preserve the quality of our sound in any way right now. We're just playing with that gas pedal. So let's see how we do with piano, mezzo piano, mezzo forte, then mezzo piano, piano again. Woo! Make it nice and drifty, nice and light. See how sensitive that is. It's almost like this Doppler effect, isn't it? Like, right? Very, very, very good. So now that we have a little bit of groundwork with some dynamics and the way that feels in the body, let's put this in an exercise. Okay, so now we come to the exercise, which is 3 consecutive note bends, like this. And we're going to use this as an opportunity to differentiate piano, mezzo piano, mezzo forte. So each bend will get its own dynamic. The first being piano. Second, mezzo piano. Third, mezzo forte. So together, they're going to create that crescendo, that gradually growing louder, which sounds like this. Now here's where I would like for you to concentrate on all 3 of the elements that we've learned in this entire video series. Put them all together here, okay? So we've got the presence of the tunnel. Very good. Then here also in this exercise, we're going to focus on stretching those chords backwards in response to that higher, a little bit of higher note, right? I'm stretching it backwards. This is going to keep the surrounding area around the larynx effortless and free in the resulting sound good. Because our word of the day is responsibility. The gas pedal is here. So since we are growing louder, there is that tendency to rush into that louder sound. But I want to encourage you to really linger in that softer area and use each bend as an opportunity to gradually grow louder coming from here. This is going to make your sound so smooth and beautiful and effortless. Okay, are we ready to begin? Here we go. Here we go, right here. Feel that all happening right here. Soft. A little bit louder still. Very good. Feel that all happening here. job. Now feel free, that's what this video is for you to return to it as often as you wish and to practice this as often as you need to. I really want to encourage you to keep the sound, again, light as possible. The main things that stand in the way of vocal power truly are anything that slows it down, you know, resistance, tension, pressure. So our job through the course of these 3 videos is to learn how to hold that body open and just get out of the way from all that wonderful movement that can generate momentum, which turns into power. So thanks so much for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a good old thumbs up. And be sure to click that subscribe button below. I would love to see you here more often. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I truly love it. I love you guys. You're my family. And I will see you later. Bye.